Qhobashiyane. Bonginkosi Shozi. Nonjabulo Sifolo. Fezile Nokuthula Sikhakhane. Nombulelo Happiness Sukuta. Noluvo Vacha. Posha Vezi. Cindy Faith Klimba. Snethemba Xolo. Samgelisiwe Nombuso Xolo Ndebele. Bongeka Yengwa. Nomfundo Perseverance Zagwe. Bongekile Zondi. Ngobile Immaculate Zondi. Nokuthula Zulu. Londiwe Zungu. Sandisiwe Hlengiwe Zwane.
Thank you to my colleagues. Heartiest congratulations to all the diplomats. May you move on to greater heights and contribute to our growth of our economy. Thank you, sir. I would like to call on Mr. E. Kassim for a vote of thanks, our Deputy Chairperson for the College Council.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Good morning, everyone. Sawubonani. My name is Abdullah Edi Kassim, and I am the Deputy Chairperson of the College Council. It gives me pleasure and it's my honor to call the Chairperson of the Council, Mr. Phakathi, to render a vote of thanks. Thank you.
Good morning. How are you feeling? Very excited, eh? Okay. So my name is Mteto Phakathi, as already the Deputy has said. Thank you very much, Deputy, for the opportunity. As such, I feel very humbled and privileged to be amongst those of you who are now being called graduates. This morning we had a very humbling and moving speech from our guest speaker. And I hope that while you were listening and waiting eager to get your certificates, you have captured the messages that have come through. Because those are not only messages of supporting you in your journey, but they've certainly given you something to synthesize, to think, and reproduce from it. Not forgetting the content you've consumed over the years in the TVET sector. It shall really be a homework for you for the years to come. I just want to share with you a lighter moment, which I've observed while you were coming through in the past 2 days. The first of which, the ratio of men in education has really decreased. And this is concerning. If you are a man sitting here, you need to get the colleagues around here in the TVET, as well as in the universities as well. So it means that the world of work in the next few years is going to be dominated by women, and not only women, but young ones that have come. I can certainly look forward for the culture that is going to evolve in the next few years, as I've seen a lot of personality today passing through here. And for that, I think you must give yourselves a round of applause. You are certainly not the ones to obey the rules. And for that, I want to give you a balance. There is a place for rules. There's also a place for fun. And I think you must have both. Because if you have too much of the other side is going to suffer. We're humans at the end of the day. And thank you for that humor that you've shared with us. The only a warning I also want to pass to you is I've seen of you get overwhelmed with pleasure. And some of the certificates under camera, they've dropped in front of us. And I'm certainly going to ask the college to check how many of those have dropped. because it is a symptom of a microsystem that's going to reflect later on in life. While we get excited over the benefits and the joy of success, important things get dropped behind. Right? Do you resonate with that? If you don't, this is a key test, a character test for you. Don't drop the ball while you are at it. Remember, the game is ruled not by you, but someone is sitting here and witnessing what's happening. And these are the people that are saying, wow, this happened, this is a mistake. This is really an outstanding performance. However, in the midst of it, be careful. And today we're not talking about just any graduates, talking about people with technical skills. Engineering, I've had today, we had electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and civil. Hey guys, those drawings need details, eh? Those drawings, you miss important detail, you drop the whole drawing. Eh? The whole plan down, we can't find it. On the last day, today, there is no other day. This is the day. So imagine this project is going to be handed over and the whole bag with drawings, gone. Or important detail, the thing goes without that detail to be part of. So please be careful as you enjoy yourselves, as you enter the new lifestyle, the new life of being a graduate, not to forget what makes you a graduate. There are also some behaviors that follow that category of personality that you need you are going to be joining organizations. They've got codes of conduct. They've got all these things. And so, therefore, you are called to observe yourself and to display the best of the behaviors in whatever you are going, in order for you to be an alumni of a Thekwini TVET college. We are going to be obviously looking and celebrating. We are going to be your cheerleaders as you go. We are going to be part of your CV forever. We are going to be part of your career involvement and development forever. That's what that means. So, back to the formalities. To the Minister of Higher Education in absentia, I acknowledge the Deputy Ministers, the DGs, the DDGs, the Council, Deputy, and the Council members sitting here, the distinguished guests, which is our students. You look so beautiful. You look so suitable. And you certainly look familiar. They are laughing because they know the familiar is familiar to them. But this familiar is not familiar to them only. It's familiar to your future, where you are going. You need to dress like your future is looking like. To the senior management of Thekwini, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for organizing such a momentous and a glamorous event, and also for trying to accommodate our young generation to make sure that it also becomes a relevant occasion for them. I am sure that when they go out in the market, this is definitely a very good marketing event. I think marketing, you have to continue to infuse such in the culture so that people can actually enjoy and exuberate what it is to study into a Thekwini college and what success looks like. So thank you very much for that. To the business community that is around us and those that are also streaming online, I know yesterday they were streaming online, so I don't see that today. I don't know whether they are still streaming online. There's a message for them. So I want to acknowledge them. Also, the guest speaker has had scattering tasks for everybody sitting in the room. And for that, we are humbled and very privileged to have heard such words this morning. And I really hope that no one was sleeping while that speech was being delivered, or no one had pressure to receive their certificates first and listen later, because it may happen. Because very practical solutions were offered and very practical challenges were shared with us. If we didn't take those into heart, it's really a miss. Perhaps you will need to find a way to get your hands into that speech later on. Some of them come only once in life, such speeches, and you may not be able to have the pleasure of retrieving them. I would like to first and foremost thank you, students, for your tenacity and your resilience throughout these years. It's been 2 years for some of you. Some of you, it's been 1 year, 12 months, and you had completed your studies and you waited for this day to arrive. And for that, I really thank you. I also hope that you've used the time to your advantage to ensure that something else emerges in the process. Because whilst it's your parents' money, whilst you have a mentor, someone who sponsors and pushes you to come here, it's also your time. Very soon, those parents are not going to be part of your journey. Some of us have experienced it already. During the COVID, we've lost a number of loved ones. And we are today celebrating without them, whereas this should have been actually celebrated with them. Today we can finally celebrate your great achievements while showcasing you our hope for the future to our partners in government. Yesterday we had a partner in government here. People that pump money into the institutions that augment whatever it is that is being done to ensure that your propelment to the end is also fruitful. They also have objectives in terms of why they do it is that which they do. So it's important that our partners in government continue to see Thekwini College as producing people that have got impact in the community in the end. Because it is through you that we continue to be recognized as an institution of choice. The students that come into our space, and also what they do while they are in it. To a business community, private sector, we also say that we are not only working in the era of, they will receive you as employees. Today we're talking to technical people who are going to provide technical solutions for the world. That is both technical, domestic, and otherwise. These institutions that you are studying through have got a lot of technical problems, some of which present solutions for you, for your business plans, some of which present opportunities for you, those that are savvy enough to see an opportunity. You can't study 10 textbooks and not come up with one plan. You can't study for 3 years and not have at least one practical solution. There is a number of opportunities here for engineers, technicians, and other people. And as such, the department has had, for a number of years, a target to produce artisans, 300,000 until year 2030. Are you part of those artisans that are going to be developed? Those artisans that are going to redesign the roads here? Those artisans that are going to make sure that ESCOM gets back into its full capacity? Are you the part of artisans that are going to make sure that Petro SA gets back to full capacity and we don't have to buy diesel at the price that we do? Are you part of the artisans that is going to make sure that Telkom becomes a digitally transformed company? Who are you sitting there? You have to ask yourself, who are you? Are you part of the people that are going to transform Praza to make sure that the railroads in this country work as intended? Are you part of the people that are going to look into Transnet and look into the opportunities that the harbor presents? Who are you sitting there? Who are you? Who are you? That's the question. We also had a pleasure yesterday to say from one of the speakers saying that you are graduating in unprecedented times. And what is this life that you're going to live after graduation? Well, there's many opportunities for you. One of them, which is the general economy in the taxi ranks, we can really transform. You can see the stifling of people. They don't find places. There is a problem of water there, how it's channeled. Durban generally is an opportunity for engineers, technicians, artisans. Durban is an opportunity. Where are we going to find these solutions? Are we going to find them in the universities? Are we going to find them in philosophy? People thinking high level? Or are we going to solve practical problems and begin to have demand for those people that solve practical problems, and that our city becomes a world-class city even during the floods? Who are we sitting here? What do these technical skills do in our lifestyle, in our lives? Are you starting to take a big position in a company, in government, and that is only for you, and then you also get told 2 years to 6 months after you've taken the position that we have to reduce the labor, and you become a champion to reduce the labor? The times have changed. The world has changed. The industries that used to take hundreds and thousands of our parents and our ancestors have to be changed. They have to be digitally savvy. They have to be infused with new thinking, with new personality, with new policies, with new codes of conduct. The question is sitting there, who are you? What type of an engineer, what type of technician, what type of artisan are you? What problem are you going to solve? Have you thought about it? So, let's move on. We'll discuss this one day. So I would like to acknowledge our staff for believing in themselves, that they can see you through. You know, that is a hard task. They have believed that they can see you through, regardless of the many challenges that prevail. And for that, a round of applause for our staff. The second one is that whilst you are sitting here, you are missing friends, compatriots that you've joined this technical college with, some of whom have stopped studying for whatever reason. Whereas all of this is happening, you have seen it necessary to complete your studies. Now, the challenge that lies ahead, was this all in vain? Or is there a plan at the end? A plan to do something, not a plan to join somebody in doing something. A plan to bring a partner. Is there a vision that is going to bring the necessary partners next to you so that something can be cultivated, which is going to benefit generations? Thekwini is strategically situated next to the airport. What problems do we have in airport today? In aviation, how many opportunities are there in aviation? There is a harbor. How many opportunities are in the harbor for you? How many opportunities here? Customs. Certainly, we have taken a lot. We have become a global player. We buy everything that is handmade already. What opportunities exist in manufacturing? What practical solutions? We use the phones, we use the earrings, we use the glasses. Another gentleman was showcasing glasses here. I wish to find out where it was made. I wish to find out how can we change that and make one here that will trend, that is aligned to you and me, that is made in Durban. How do our influencers today sell what we make and continue to champion this agenda? We need to be selfish. We can no longer rely on Chinese to produce stuff that we consume. We can no longer rely on Nigerians to come into our midst and sell us SIM cards. Technical people in the room should design solutions. Where are those solutions? What are they? What does it make to make a SIM card? Surely we have figured it out now. Most people in this room own about 5 SIM cards. It's a plastic and a chip. Those in technology, how many apps have you designed? But how many apps are you consuming in your phone? People, we are living in times of practice. No longer theory. No longer theory. This message is not supposed to challenge you only. It's also supposed to stay with you forever, so that at least if one person here does one thing which is different to the other, imagine the solutions we'd have for our economy. We'll begin not to go to Joburg anymore. We'll begin not to buy anything from Take-A-Lot which has got to be shipped, and you wait 6 weeks. We have so much tenacity for stuff that's made elsewhere. To wait that long, 6 weeks. A cell phone is made in Thailand, it's shipped to China for verification, it comes here. Others are being made in Hong Kong, others in the US. We are not a market of makers, we are the market of consumers. We have so much money to buy and so little capacity to produce. What is this? The next generation that was here, graduating, what does the future look like? This watch, how many can we make in South Africa? Which engineer is going to put up a shop so that the people with ideas and those, you subcontract an idea, you don't become an employer, you are employing yourself and your skills. And therefore that idea employs other people. We are in that generation, people. That's why we have a lot of graduates in the market without a job. We're waiting for that one position. Thousands of us are competing for it. And likely, we won't get it. When it's time to produce something, we are all looking into the Internet of Things. It's time that the Internet of Things looks at Africa, starting with Durban, as a market for stuff that is made and manufactured in Africa. We need each other, especially at the end of certain journeys. So, we must remember this, that at the top of one mountain, at the summit of it, is the bottom of another. These things that we are discussing today, that's the bottom of a new mountain. This is the bottom of a new mountain. What strategy are you going to put together for the generations to consume? We've been given phones, we've been given data, we've been given apps, we've been given... All these things came not less than 10 years ago. But your money and my money is buying them. We are contracted to Vodacom forever. Vodacom makes nothing from South Africa. Everything is shipped. Soon enough, they are shipping people to come from the countries to make it. I had the pleasure of living in one of the manufacturing hubs in South Africa, which is Newcastle. Clothes are made in Newcastle, a number of clothing. There are factories in Newcastle. But you know what? Human capital is shipped to come and make it from China. Now they're shipping portions. Let's ship human capital and final product. Human capital, final product. Why is that? Where are we? People, we are not counted in the world as people who think, as people who protect the industry, we will forever complain about the economy, which is small and shrinking and all of that. But we are not producing this economy. We are not doubling it up. We are not shifting. The same ways that were there are still here. So the next few plans that these people have are sitting here are going to produce, I hope they'll begin to change that trajectory so that we can begin to see different things. So, as you wander in that skills market, think about what I've just said. As you flirt with big organizations, now we are not only flirting because of our beauty, because of the profile pictures we put, because of whatever hair that we buy online, or anything else that we buy online to enhance our beauty. We must flirt with skills. We must flirt with ideas, qualifications. We must talk to the companies that are in our midst, that are making life somewhat difficult. We must create a stewardship for environmental impacts, positive environmental and technological impacts. Most of the companies here around, they go environmental defects unchecked. Who can check them? At least some of you will be able to check that after you've joined them. And therefore, a change should come. So as you flirt with them, make sure that you can add a significant value for the communities, for the generations to come. There should be no air pollution. There should be no water pollution. There should be no environmental pollution from big companies, because they employ your sister and my sister. They do that. They employ one, kill one later on. So those are the issues we face in the new world, that there is a lot of things that just go because we're looking for employment. We're not looking to challenge anything. We embrace the status quo. We are not change agents, even with our qualifications. In closing, I really want to thank you for the time you've taken and spent with us in the TVET, for the dedication to complete your studies in the midst of the pandemic that has taken a number of people out of us. It is a true testament of your dedication. May it be useful to the generations to come. May it inspire change. May you be the agents that the community needs. As you are products of the community, of the same community, you are products of the TVET now. You are products of South Africa. May you be the inputs into a better world tomorrow, the better world of work, the better corporate world, the better government, and definitely a better community as a result of what you are going to do with what you've studied. So congratulations. You are now branded the class of COVID-19. You didn't care whether it killed your parent, it killed your friends. You still have your masks, which means you are very aware of it, and you are prepared to take another pandemic head on. And for that is a certain courage which nobody else has, but it's the generation sitting here. So, in the history of heroes, I have noted 3 that the world has seen. The first ones were in the World War I, and they came back alive. Who thought that they would come back? Definitely they were fewer in number, but they did come back. And they've multiplied us. Look at us in this room. We are the results of that. The second type of heroes, they went to the World War II. And also, they were present in the World War I. Then they came back. And now we are faced with the third generation of heroes. Those that said, whether there is COVID-19 or not, we are so determined we will finish our qualification and will make the desired impact in the community. Thank you very much.
Siyabonga, Mr. Phakathi. May we all rise to sing the national anthem. Oh, okay. Please kindly remain standing until the procession leaves the auditorium. All the diplomats are requested to come onto the stage to take a group photo. Thank you.
Guys, Stella Wonke Emma graduate as a stage to take a picture. Only graduates, please come to the stage for a picture. Thank you.
Hey, you know,